Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Paul is with us in Minneapolis. Hey, Paul, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave, thanks for taking the call. I have another should we pay off the house early out of our retirement question for you.
Okay. Why is this one different?
Well, my wife and I are both retired.
Uh-huh.
I'm 61. She's 58. We retired with the mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a number of differing opinions from our financial guy. I've got friends that work in the finance industry. I worked for a bank in 30 years. And I guess just looking for another opinion, maybe one with a little bit more credence than some of the others, I guess.
Okay. So how much do you own your home?
So it's a $450,000 house. We owe $170,000.
And how much do you have in your nest egg?
We are debt. What's that?
What's your net worth? What do you have in your nest egg?
Net worth is about $1.25 million. We've got just over $1 million of that is investment and retirement.
And if your house was paid off, if your house was paid off, why would you go borrow on it?
We would not.
Then what's the difference?
I guess it's just okay. Let me rephrase the question. Maybe a better question is: if we decide to do this, is it a process over multiple years to ease the tax burden? Do we just bite the bullet and take the hit and do it once, or how would I do it?
I've been doing this 30 years. I've never had anybody call me back and say they were pissed off because they paid off their house.
Fair enough. So one shot, or would you?
I'd write a check today. I'd be debt free. I'd have been debt free yesterday if I were you. And quit listening to all these idiots. Right. There's a lot of idiots out there running around with an opinion about your money, and you're a millionaire.
What's your mortgage payment?
All right, I'll go ahead.
What's your mortgage payment right now?
Mortgage payment is what, $1,200?
Yeah. Okay, you'd free up most of that, which then now you can invest. So, yes, you'll lose some out of that investment account, but you're going to still invest for the next 20 years.
Dude, you're just going to sleep so much better tomorrow.
We're both retired, so invest is rolling, not necessarily additional.
You have almost zero risk in this situation because you could write a check at any minute and pay it off if you got in a pinch. You don't really need the money in one way or the other. It's all about, what is your end goal? When you're 85, do you want to have a mortgage? Why would you keep it? There's no reason to keep it. You wouldn't go borrow on a paid-for house in order to have more money to invest. And so write a check and sleep better tomorrow. Tonight, pay it off tonight. Hit the submit button. And then when you go and you get the mortgage release in the mail, make a copy of it, take your shoes off, walk into the backyard, have a mortgage burning party, and tell me that didn't feel good. I mean, there's just no downside to this. You're a million. You're gonna be okay either way if you don't follow our advice. If you follow those idiots' advice, but if I've got a financial person that's telling me to stay in debt, I'm getting a new financial person. Period. Because George, we studied 10,167 millionaires. The number of them that told us that they became wealthy because they borrowed on their home in order to invest was precisely zero. None of them leveraged their personal residence to build their wealth. None of them. And so the idea that I continue to leverage my personal residence in the name of building wealth is asinine based on the millionaire data.
Well, we're seeing so much more of this because people have their record low mortgage rates they don't want to let go of, Dave. So why would I pay off my mortgage?
But I got your mortgage rate beat. You know what my mortgage rate is? 0. I don't have one. Hello.
Heck of a rate.
0. I got the best rate. Come on, man.
So when rates go up and down, you don't have to worry about them because you don't need debt anymore. It's a great feeling instead of worrying about what the market's doing. So, yes, it hurts to write that check and lose that much money, lose, quote unquote, but you never really had it if you owed it to the lender in the first place.
Paul, pay it off, son. Pay it off. There's a bunch of intangibles that you're not even considering in this decision. You're still acting like it's primitive math, or at least the idiots advising you are. So you're going to sleep different. Your wife's going to look at you like a hero. Never once have we had a wife said, my husband borrowed deeply on our mortgage and he's my hero. Never came up.
I love the Kermit vibes she had too there. That's great.